Hey guys, welcome back. If you want to see how I got this smoky pink look, then keep on watching. I'm going to prime my face first with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea primer. I've only just recently bought this, so I can't really say too much about it yet, but so far I do really like it. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and I'm using the Zoeva 145 concealer brush and my fingers to blend it out. I kind of feel like it's a stickier primer, which I found was really nice to use as a primer for my eyeshadow. I'm using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I did actually set my concealer with the shade Certified, but for some reason I didn't show that. But I'm going in my crease with the shade Dance Party, and I'm using the Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm going back and forth with that and the JH30 brush, and I'm just really getting it all smoky and blown out. I'm not trying to be too precise with this color because I want it to be the smokiest shade that we've got on our lid. Now I'm picking up the shade Oh Hello, and I'm going in with the Sigma E45, which is a little bit more of it's a small tapered blending brush, and I'm keeping that more focused in my crease and deepening out my crease and not taking as far up as the other shade. This is kind of the first time that I've done a super colourful look. Usually I'm very neutral, very browns, very warm, cool tone browns, but I thought I would film a video where I step out of my comfort zone, and I actually really liked how this look turned out. I kind of get to a part of a look where I'm thinking, oh my god, what am I doing? This looks so bad. But really, you gotta wait till you've completely finished to see how good it actually looks. Now I'm just cutting my crease, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. I think it's in the shade 20B Light, but I'm only doing like a half cut crease. I'm not gonna go over my whole lid. I take my finger with the shade A Moment, but I pretty much realized straight away that this isn't really the color or pop that I was looking for on my lid. You can see it on my face right there. Don't mind my dressing gown either. It was freezing cold and raining, so you get the dressing gown look for today. So I went over that with the shade Ride or Diamonds. That was a little bit more of a shade that I was looking for. And I just sort of cover the shade A Moment with that. I go in with the shade I'm In It, just putting it on the center of my lid just for a little bit more of a pop. And I actually really liked it. It has that pink reflective sort of sheen in it that goes really nice with the rest of the pink. I'm going into my outer V with the shade Temptress. This is a super deep, dark black, which is really, for me, less intimidating than the hot pink shade that is all over my lid. For so many years, I've always dipped into blacks and dark browns and to deep chocolates. So doing this on my outer V is far less intimidating than putting the hot pink shade all over my lid. I put on some lashes off camera, and they are the Tarteiest Pro Lash in the style Heartbreaker. And now I'm putting on the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer in the shade LM11. It is a little bit too dark for me, so I do use that Tarte Creaseless Concealer in the shade 20S Light Sand, just to lighten it up a little bit, but together, I actually really like these concealers together. To blend out my concealers, I'm using just my damp beauty blender. I've just recently bought both of these concealers, so I haven't really had the chance to test either of them out. I did use the Tarte one by itself the other day, and I do really like it because it's so like illuminating and just hydrating, and it's not like a cakey product at all. I haven't used the Pat McGrath one by itself yet because it is dark, so that's why I've mixed them both together. But both of these concealers together have bomb coverage, so I would literally use them as foundations. I'm just going in with the Zoeva concealer brush, just getting in where I couldn't really reach with my beauty blender. And for foundation, I'm using the TooFaced Born This Way in the shade Nude. If you can't tell, I'm super pale. It's because it's winter here over in Australia, so I have not been out in the sun. And that is why I have a dressing gown on, because it is freezing and raining and just the most miserable day ever. It's been the most miserable few days with so much rain, but I can't complain because we are on tank water, so our tanks are nice and full. So as you can see, I'm just bringing it down my neck to sort of blend it in and not be as pasty white. For bronzer, I'm using the NudeStix bronzer in the shade Bondi Bay, and I'm applying that with just my Sephora 202 dual ended brush. And I love NudeStix. This is the first time I've used this brand, and it's so easy to blend, and it's not overly pigmented where you put it on your face and you've got so much pigment to blend out. It's just, you can add a small amount and you can just go in, and it doesn't matter how much you put on, it just still stays natural and blends really easily. I'm just putting a tiny bit on my nose too. I'm not necessarily contouring, but I'm just adding that little bit of warmth to my nose. And for blush, I'm just going in with NARS in the shade Torrid, and I'm applying that with just a fluffy brush. I got this off the Wish app actually, and I really like it to apply blush. I'm just going to go over my blush with my beauty blender just to make sure it's all nice and seamless. Now for bronzer, I'm just going in with the TooFaced Natural Face Palette, and I'm using the shade Tropic Like It's Hot. It's a nice warm shade. I usually go in with Sunny Honey, but I wanted something a little bit more bronzy, and this one has a nice sheen to it too, so it's very summery and a really nice shade to wear in summer. I'm a little bit more pale because it's winter, but this shade would look really nice with just a nice bronzy tan in summer. And using my JH30 brush, I'm going in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Palette, and I'm just using the middle highlight shade, and I'm running that under my eyes, just blending my under eye and my blush together to give more of a seamless blended look. With that same highlight shade, I'm just running that under my bronzer and my blush and everything with the e.l.f. blush brush, just to clean it up a little bit and to highlight it a little bit more. Finishing off my eyes, I'm using the Sigma E45, and I'm taking the shade Dance Party, and I'm running that along my lower lash line. Not all the way, I'm leaving the inner corner bare, and I'm just really blending that and smoking it out. And with the JH43 brush, I've dipped into Temptress, and I'm just putting that right in my waterline on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm just blending that with the E45. Now I've cleaned off that JH30 brush, and I'm using for face highlight the TooFaced Natural Eyes palette, and it has a shade in here called Silk Teddy, and it is a really nice highlight for your face. I barely use it for my eyes, but on the face it is gorgeous. And to set my face, I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I don't know what's taking me so long to try this setting spray. I love it. And to dry it, I'm using a fan off of Amazon. It's got 3 settings and it's bomb. And for lips, I'm using the Mellow Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Aria. I love this lip liner. I have so much trouble trying to find a nude shade that suits me, but this one's really nice and I use it all the time. And for lipstick, I'm using the Kat Von D lipstick in the shade Noble. This is the first time I've used Kat Von D lipsticks, and I have to say I'm impressed. I love them. I feel like this look could not go without a gloss, so I'm using the CoverGirl lip gloss in the shade Melted Toffee. And to finish off my brows, I'm going in with the Rimmel London Wonderful Brow in the shade 002 Medium. I do have really fluffy, thick brows, but this just makes them a little bit more fluffier and a little bit more thick, and I really love it. And for a little bit of brow highlight, I'm using the JH42 brush and the shade Certified. I didn't want a sheen or shine under my brows, I just wanted a nice highlight, so that's why I went in with the matte shade. So that completes this look. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!